Hello, dear medicos. We are having the privilege to have Dr. Anirudh with us, AIIMS rank 14. So, on the behalf of DAMS family, first of all, we congratulate you for
Thank
such
you.
a awesome success. And we'll be using this platform opportunity to share your experience, how you prepared for getting such a nice success, beta.
Thank you, sir.
So, what was the experience with the DAMS? Like you are our foundation student, you
Yes.
have joined us in third year. So, can you share the strategy with which you can get this rank of 14 in AIIMS, beta?
So I believe for getting a good rank, the basic thing is your concept should be clear, starting from the start of the first year till your final year. During these 5 years, the aim should be to have clear concepts,
Okay.
not to have much of knowledge, but to have clear concepts of the most of the common things which they test in during your med school and during these exams.
Basic subjects.
Right.
Okay, so I will be proud to say he's our AIIMS students. MBBS done from AIIMS. Being an intern student, he gets such a nice rank of 14 in AIIMS. So, what your first point you are sharing with us? Your basic subject should be strong. So, if I ask you, like how you handle, like in the third year you joined AIIMS classes. So, how was it? What was the importance of class notes in getting this success?
So like the classes are built in such a way, like during the lectures, the topics are explained in such a way that helps you get things clear in your head. So even if you haven't approached the textbooks yet, by listening and by making your own notes, it gives you a clarity of a streamlined content is in such a streamlined way that you can easily comprehend what the teacher is teaching, and then it's easy to revise. And plus then you can read your books, build on it, and it becomes easier for
Easy.
you to read the books.
So, being a third year student, you have attended the classes, and say like we advise to our students, you should not bypass the textbook. It means you have read all the textbook to potentiate all the concepts which were covered in the classes.
Yes, sir. I believe reading standard textbook is the key. So I would advise, like, in throughout your 5 years, if you're reading standard textbook for all subjects, you're more than half of the journey is
Game is-
already done.
Agreed. So now you have attended the class notes. Now how you handle these 19 subjects? My question is, like you have attended our subject patho, you would say any other subject, how you deal with those class notes? You concise to the next level, or how you revise those subjects? Because everybody must be asking this point.
So during my during my professional exams, I used them just the way they are. I didn't
Okay.
add anything. I just read textbook, and then I used to keep the notes side by side where it can supplement or help me ease out my things.
Okay, so these DAMS class notes, apart from these MCQs getting rank 14, it helped you in the prof exam?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Okay, so it means you can rely on these class notes even for the prof exam, but yes, textbook is the key to success.
Right.
We have to read the success, we read the basic textbooks.
Right.
Now coming back on the importance of MCQs, how you used to do MCQs, and how, from where, what are the source of doing MCQs, what was the role of like online MCQs we are updating on the e-medicos and all those things?
So my basic approach was that before I picked up any subject, the first thing I used to do was I opened up the past year's papers,
Okay.
asked in AIIMS, and I used to scan the subject throughout.
Okay.
And do those MCQs just to know what topics are being tested.
So you do the MCQs first, then come on the topic. What
Yes,
is-
sir.
So what I use the word retrograde learning. Okay, you first see the MCQs, then important topic, then go back.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah. So that increased the efficiency. If you can find the things being tested in the MCQs and then read the subject, it gives you a more oriented approach while reading the subject.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many hours? Everybody must be asking. Every medico sitting with me across the country must be asking how many hours you were studying, being an AIIMS student, such hectic schedule and everything. How many
So,
self-study hours?
I think it's more important to study consistently than counting the hours. So I made a point during my internship. I was reading every day. I won't
Okay.
deny. I was reading almost every day, even for 1 hour or 2 hours.
But every day consistency was there.
Yes.
And being a AIIMS student, being a internship from AIIMS, such a hectic internship, you will be you can convey a message to everybody, because many students, they give excuse that being an internship is difficult to crack, and you have cracked with rank 14. So what you say as a internship, in the internship, how you handle all this pressure?
Since we know, especially for AIIMS exam, a lot of things are asked in a very practical way. So my main focus on during my internship was to do the work. That's good, but then my focus was to be aware while I'm in the hospital as well,
Okay.
to learn things, to ask questions from the SR, from the faculty themselves, and yeah, to make that time count as well. And after that, whatever time I used to get, I used to follow the schedule, like the timetable which I built for
Made.
myself. Yeah.
So the timetable on which you're working, with this you get this rank of 14. Now can you tell me, can you share, okay, if I ask you out of 19 subjects, beta, what was the first line of batsman, which were the first subject which you give priority?
So for me, I believe the subjects which are most important are pathology,
Okay.
pharmacology, medicine, surgery, obs gynae, and CCM, especially if we are seeing AIIMS exam. Yeah.
For the Central Institute exam, we can take these subjects as the main.
I believe these are the key. If you have good concepts in these, good hold on these subjects, then the other subjects can be supplement, like you can cover those subjects whenever you have time, but you need to have a good foundation on these subjects.
These are the basic subjects.
Right.
Now, what is my next question to you, beta? Okay, like the strategy, the way we are handling the big major subjects
Right.
is entirely different from the way we are dealing with the short subjects.
Right.
So, how you manage this both combination?
Like I told, for the big subjects, the main thing is concepts. So you should be thorough with the textbooks, like Robbins for patho, pharmacology, KD Tripathi. You should be very much thorough with those textbooks. And then, as I told, even in these subjects, if you look at the past papers, there's a specific pattern. There are topics which are being repeatedly asked. So you should know these topics, and then you should read it in a way that will help you. So if you look at, just for an example, in nephropathology, it's very common to know all the light microscopy, immunofluorescence, and all imaging of the kidneys. So these are the things which are being asked every year, every exam. So it's better to know which topics are being asked and then handle these. For the short subject, I would say you should narrow down even more. You should be very much aware what things are being tested.
Asked. Yeah.
And you should spend, I would say you have to cover all the subjects, but you have to spend time according to the weightage they carry in the exam. So specifically for the short subjects, first note down the topics which are being tested, and then try to strike them one at a time. Rather than reading it cover to cover, you should do, this is the strategy I feel it's more.
What I'm getting from your point, okay, what you are saying, you should go for selective learning rather than going for exhaustive learning from one page to last page. It is better to focus. That is the best part. Okay, like 19 subjects, it is difficult to handle. If you go in the depth, it's not practically possible to handle. So it is better, okay, you should only focus on the important. What I'm getting from you. And short subjects, you should be more selective at the next level. Okay. Now coming back on the exclusive club, like DAMS exclusive club is a nice platform where all the faculties are available 24 hours for queries. So what was your experience with the DAMS exclusive club beta?
So I used it, like even when you're scrolling through your Facebook, if you see some questions and you have been reading those subjects in the past, or you might be hitting that subject in the coming future, you can always open and scroll down, look through the doubts being asked are very common things, are very logical and very common doubts which everybody will face during the preparation. So it's a very good interface to clear these controversies and spend your relaxation time even in a good way. Like it doesn't take much of your time just to scroll down and read through things.
Like you use the word controversial MCQ, like many students, they get trapped in this controversy, like every subject have 9 to 10 controversies, different book have different opinion. How you used to handle these controversies?
Like I think paying more time on these controversies is never beneficial.
It's never beneficial.
So if you know the main things, and even if you get a controversial question wrong, it's never going to stop you from getting a good rank.
Agreed. Yeah. What was the role of updates by all the faculties, like all the faculties, Dr. Sumer sir, and everybody is updating the updates? What was the importance of those updates in the last AIIMS examination?
Exactly. So in subjects like surgery and subjects like PSM, these updates are being the guidelines are being constantly changed, and they do test in AIIMS. 1 or 2 questions will be on the latest updated guidelines, especially for surgery, even for ENT, and PSM. So when you get those things in a compact way, concise way, and from a reliable source, then it becomes easy. So yeah, if you get those things on your Facebook page,
that should be beneficial. Now coming back again on the exclusive club, if I use that all the faculties, all the students are sharing their success story, like you will be sharing now, you will be big motivation for everybody. What was the role of motivation by all the faculties on the exclusive club, on the Facebook, on the part of DAMS family?
Obviously you have to be self-motivated, and you have to have the belief yourself that you have to crack this exam. But there will be times during a journey when you won't feel that confidence, you won't feel that you can't be having that confidence 24/7. So during that times, when you see those stories like your seniors, my seniors, how they have cleared the exam, it gives me a hope, like if they can do it, why I
Why
can
I
also.
can't?
Yeah.
It means getting low is a normal phenomena,
It's a
which I
normal
want to
phenomenon.
share with everybody, because many students, they feel okay, yeah, we are under big pressure, but yes, if you want to good success, I think this is inevitable. It have to be there, pressure
Right.
have to be there. And then coming on, like how the importance of MCQs, like we are updating on the e-medicos or on the grand test subject wise, what was your performance in those MCQs? If I say like you appear for 100 MCQs, so what was your percentage you were getting there?
Mm, I can quote from the exam which I attempted. So you, rather than having exact percentage of questions right, you should have an improving trend in your subsequent exams, and you should see the growth after you read the topic and before you read the topic. So it's good to go through papers before you start and after you start to see whether you have covered everything. So rather than having a specific number, it will be different for everyone. You should have an improving trend.
Improving trend
Right.
should be there. Okay, now coming on the DAMS family, like which faculties motivate you maximum, or you get inspiration from which of the faculties?
I would like to say Sumer sir, definitely. Apart from his subject, he make videos of about general things. Like I told you, like there are times when you don't feel that good, you don't feel that confident. So obviously Sumer sir, I like him personally as a person. He's
He's one of the
yeah,
jumpers.
he's full of
He's even
energy.
our inspiration.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now coming, like you crack, I'm again proud to share Dr. Anirudh rank 14 AIIMS. He being an intern student, he got such a awesome rank. We congrats him for such a big success. I just want a special message for all the medicos across the country who just how to handle, how to crack this Central Institute exam like AIIMS. Any special message to every medico?
I would say you should have a clear goal from the beginning. You should know, you should be very clear in your goal. What rank, what college, if not the specialty, but you should have a rough idea where do you want to hit. Everybody is not aiming for the first rank, and you might not be needing the first rank, but you should be clear. I was clear I wanted to go in AIIMS Delhi, and I wanted to get a good enough rank so that I get my subjects. Once you know your goal, then you should know where you stand right now. So giving tests and all gives you a reality check, where are you right now, and then you should have then you should know the gap you have to fill between from where are you now to where you have to hit. And then comes the work part. So if you're putting genuine work, if you're actually working, on the day of the exam you will actually feel like you have done already what you could do during this time, and now you have to perform in the exam. So my approach was, on one night before the exam, I should be saying it to myself, I've done my part before the preparation part, and tomorrow it's like I have to just perform like a normal test. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for such a inspirational message to everybody. We again congrats him, Dr. Anirudh, rank 14 AIIMS, and thanks for such a
Thank you, sir.
motivational discussion. Thanks.